If you were to drive directly south of Camrose and directly east of Red Deer, you would be forgiven for not knowing that you were now in Stettler, Alberta, the heart of Alberta. Stettler has one rec center, one bowling alley, one theater which will play one barely audible movie a week, and enough pickup trucks to make Al Gore want to drive his hybrid off a cliff. Stettler is full of country music fans, yet in this quiet little town, there is one punk band growing and ready to change the world. They are Intense Reality.
Brief history of the band.
Okay, so grade 8 camp, playing on the guitar or whatever, and then Michael comes over, he's like, I play guitar too, and he played some guitar, and I was like, yeah, let's start a band.
In grade 8 camp, I really nothing better to do. It was like some free time or whatever. So Mr. Lee, he's one of the middle school teachers there, he had an acoustic guitar around or whatever, and so I just kind of picked it up and started playing stuff. I played a kind of a joke song called Neutered to my friend Sean, and Taylor was there and he was listening in, and I didn't know it at the time, but he was quite into it or whatever. Then since people saw me playing that guitar, they're like, oh dude, you should do a little performance thingy at the campfire tonight. I'm like, fine. So I kind of played like a few spontaneous stuff to the entire grade or whatever, and I know I botched up the songs, but the others liked it anyway. And so after that, Taylor goes up to me and he's like, dude, we should be in a band.
And he's like, oh my god!
Because I'd seen Taylor do stuff before. He'd bring his like guitar into band, and he'd like do Ain't Talking About Love and stuff like that. So I'd seen Taylor do guitar stuff before, so I'm like, sure. So
somewhere along the time, we came up with the name Intense Reality, and then it was me and Michael for a little while.
Better some change. So pretty soon, me and Taylor were like getting together weekly or whatever, and we kind of just threw around ideas. A lot of them were kind of they're kind of stupid. There was this one about 40-second song called Raping Your Dog that we put in, and we transitioned it into Summer of '69 every time.
We had a horrible show at a Canada Day party when it was just me and Michael and then his dad and this random guy that we never met before on bass. That was when it was just me and Michael, and it was a bad show, but oh well.
We picked up Dustin and we like asked him to come in and play with us or whatever. So we practiced with Dustin a good few times, just original prankster, and then we did it at that, and we got an A, and it was great. And so then, okay, great, we have a drummer. We actually kind of fully sound like a band.
I believe it was grade 8. I played for them for a little bit, and then ended up quitting for a year or so.
Then he kind of disappeared, and we didn't have a drummer again. And then we got Aaron, played bass. I don't remember when that was, probably 2010 sometime.
But leading into the summer of 2010, Dustin kind of lost interest. He had soccer, he had work and stuff to do, so he kind of didn't really have time for us, theoretically, so we kind of let Dustin do what he wanted to do. And then around that time, Aaron's like, hey guys, I'm going to be your bassist, or something like that. I don't remember exactly how Aaron joined us, but Aaron joined us.
They look hot, hands off.
Yeah, I was singing LA in grade 9 or 10 or 9, yeah, grade 9, LA grade 9. And I was saying to Michael, remember how I used to play bass and you used to play guitar and we had that band and we did nothing, we did shit. We never practiced and like, yeah, we played video games all the time. We should start a band again and I'll play bass again. And then you were like, Michael's all like, me and Taylor are in a band, and I was like, cool. Do you need a bassist? And he was like, yeah. And then I joined the band, and then Dustin quit, and I was like, well, this is fucking gay. There's only 3 of us.
And then there were 3 of us, and then getting into grade 10, we did like coffee houses and shit together, and you know, like that monthly kind of stuff. And we were okay with just the 3 of us, and we did a lot of like the joke songs and stuff too. But like a lot of the covers we did today, we learned as like 3 of us. February 2011, I was talking to my boss at like Old Max, because I work at the resort, and I was talking to my boss, and she'd heard somehow that I was in a band, so she offered us, you know, the chance to actually play there. And so, oh shit, we need a full band again.
First time at Old Max, that was pretty fun. Getting all the crowd excited and stuff.
That was fun!
What do you have to say on our performance, Taylor?
I had to give him 6 on stage and nobody saw me!
And what do you have to say about Dustin's drumming?
He had to give him 6 on me every time!
And what do you have to say about Aaron's bass playing?
He watched him submitted!
And what do you think about my singing?
I farted!
And what do you think about the performance of Eruption?
I didn't really remember it.
And what do you think about the lovely sunset that we're experiencing right now?
It's good.
And this is Taylor's life in color.
Again? No. Yes, we are.
We're turning again.
My turn.
Grade 9 or 10, I come back in, and then we decided to start being more of a band, playing for people outside of our own little practices, and I got a drum kit. And from there, we started playing at Old Max and coffee houses at school and stuff.
And then, I don't know, then we kind of gradually taught cover songs to Dustin. And then about a week or two before our first show at Old Max or whatever, we only had about like 6 songs, and we needed to go for like an hour and a half. So just one thing that sticks clearly in my mind is us desperately trying to get all these songs ready for like next week, and we just ended up like okay, dude, just do this or whatever, and just be steady. And so our very first show at Old Max was like May 21st, 2011, and it was absolutely packed. The tent was like filled with people, and there was a little area on the floor directly in front of the stage where all these like little kids were like jumping around and dancing and stuff like that. And people say that was our greatest thing. I think it was just great because there's a lot of people. I think our later shows were better because we were better musically. But anyway,
show. And the first time we played at Old Max, that was the first like paying gig. That was good.
Yeah, and then we kept going throughout that summer, and then kind of just kept going through this year, and then this year, and around this time, like this month and next month, we have like so much shit to get done. But basically, since Old Max or whatever, the 4 of us have stuck together, and we're full band, and we're just like getting better and better as time progresses, I would say. And like I think the best thing is getting our own show at like the Pack and stuff is great. And then yeah, so that's pretty much where we are today, I guess.
Come home.
Penis. Penis.
Come home. Come home. If you suck my penis, I'll give you a blowjob. Come home. If you suck my penis, I'll give you a blowjob. Come home. If you suck my penis, I'll give you a blowjob. Come home. If you suck my penis, I'll give you a blowjob. Come home. If you suck my penis, I'll give you a blowjob.
Who are some of your biggest musical influences?
For me,
Yeah.
I like Van Halen and stuff like that.
Billy Joe Armstrong, 100%.
I don't know, I like Eminem a lot, even though we don't even play that kind of music.
I like more of the hard rock stuff and like more of the heavier metal stuff.
There's the musical tones that Taylor's asshole just seems to hit every time he farts.
Dan Campbell of the Wonder Years is another really big influence of mine.
Kid Rock.
Blues. And I like a lot of stuff.
I listen to, I'm like in between Michael and Taylor. I listen to like some metal, some gay stuff. I'm like the middle. I span the big gaping chasm between Michael and Taylor's musical interests. And then there's Dustin. It's just, I don't even know. It's just like, show me your genitals. What? That shit. I like the music and like the background of the porn movies.
And people like Mark Hoppus and Tom DeLonge and stuff like that.
Just anything with some good guitars.
Despite Michael and Taylor's varying musical tastes, the duo has gelled together to create many great songs. These songs cover many varying genres, including the blistering punk song, Nothing's Gonna Change, the borderline metal song Pieces, and everything in between.
Most of it, well, pretty much all of it's through me, or at least some involvement by me. A lot of the older originals that we've had going started out as either something I did, like, from my own solo stuff. I play it to Taylor and Aaron, and they're like, wow, that actually sounds good, let's do it. Or just, like, talking to other people about stuff they want.
Well, usually Michael just comes with us and he's like, we got a new song. But every once in a while, like, at practice, we'll, like, I'll play a riff or something, or somebody will play a riff, and they're like, oh, that's cool, and we'll just kind of jam, and then...
You sure? You like that?
Yeah, the riff's
Okay.
my favorite part.
I'm gonna just go from the intro, because then it kind of goes into the verse, sounds cool. Or no, that's not how I'm writing a song or whatever, it does not start with lyrics. The very basis of the song in terms of music has to be complete before I even think of putting down lyrics. I want to make sure everything goes perfect. A lot of the time with an unfinished song, I'll just go through it and just like hum random words that that I kind of want to go into melody, and then eventually those random hums become words and phrases and stuff.
Usually Michael or Taylor will come up with a riff or something, and they'll decide to turn it into a song, and from there, me and Aaron or whoever didn't start the song will just kind of throw something together until it sounds good, and then we'll practice just the music by itself, and then from there, someone will figure out some lyrics.
We're all like, let's split off, search for clues, and write songs in different rooms. Yeah, right. Kind of, not really.
Somebody will write lyrics, usually Michael. I've done it a couple times, but mostly Michael writes songs.
But a lot of it goes through me, and then, you know, Aaron and Taylor will give like a maybe or a no or a yes, and then we'll go through that, and then teaching it to Dustin's the final step because it's usually the quickest.
And I write songs. Man, I don't like my song. My songs suck. Don't listen to mine. They're gay. They're gayer than Michael.
That's impossible.
That's pretty impossible.
Impossible!
Okay, play it the other way.
What way?
Just the other way.
That way?
Yeah.
That was the first way. Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like a bunch of horse shit! And Michael writes a song. We usually, learn that song. Me and Taylor write like 3 lines of a song, and then we don't do anything with them. I got the right note.
The band agrees that they would not be where they were if it was not for the support and guidance of the people in their lives.
Taylor, rock and roll. Stop doing your homework. Go rock. Rock and roll!
Where do you see the band in 5 years?
Touring their first album. Because Michael's got such a unique look and sound, he's going to be able to market that.
I had the pleasure of being able to witness Intense Reality's first Old McDonald's concert of the 2012 summer.
So we're about to start at Old Mac for the first time this summer. No, this is my sandwich. I'm having a sandwich for supper because I like sandwiches and I haven't eaten anything yet. This is my good luck monkey. His name is Spank.
Spank the monkey.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what's going on. No.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
I was like, she has a blue fashion.
In there. What's the musical dream for you?
The musical dream, like,
My goal is to be able to use Intense Reality to make money and not have to get an actual job.
well, to play in a big, like, stadium full of people.
Oh, I'd like to go bigger with it. Play for like the whole town of Stettler for the entertainment park or something.
Cool.
Move up as we get older.
Or just basically, to not sound so awful, just have us be famous or whatever. I want us to be as well known as the bands I emulate, as the bands Taylor emulates and stuff like that. I want us to kind of make a mark in history or whatever.
And like we're the main act. Not no backup guys. They're there to see us. That'd be super awesome. And like, yeah.
Because sometimes, people get the impression that, music's kind of going south these days and with all the electronic bullshit.
Kick some asses and melt some faces.
Some crazy backstage party.
Thing is, I wish I could play this. But no, other than that, yeah.
And other crap. And so I almost kind of want us to be like the redeeming rock band of our time. Almost. Kind of.
I want to time travel because the music industry before was pretty cool. Like when they're like, you know, like the 70s?
Well, it's big and vast, and obviously I want to get into it or whatever, but this has really nothing to do with intense reality at all, but I've been kind of, like, there's this band that debuted themselves on YouTube or whatever, they're called Famous or something, their Facebook page or whatever, and I've kind of been, because I heard their first song